Okay, so in the last episode of Dual Destinies, this guy turned up in the trial. And we already know from the first case that he was the perpetrator, so... Alright, sorry, I had to move my mic a little closer there. What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here. Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but, it's about to explode! Explode? Explode? Whatever, dude. You know you're the one who did it. A bomb now? Ah! Everybody run! Eek! I don't know what to die! Oh no, everybody's panicking. That is a lot of noise.
Silence.
Silence! Yeah, you tell those assholes. Just because they're about to die doesn't mean they get to scream. Headless chickens with a death wish, the lot of you! Calm yourselves before all else. Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here. But what about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish? I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever. Oh, no. I refuse to let things end here. Apollo, there's no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die! Come on, this way! Hey, ouch! Let me go! No, you stay right here. You're exploding with me. Apollo. Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet? Eek! Oh, God. Juniper, are you alright? Apollo, no! Not that way! What is going on here? Did I seriously just pull a Luca Jin and stop the video 2 seconds before to be continued? I sure did! I totally did. Wow, that was some cliffhanger, man. Boy, a lot of stuff happened there. You couldn't really see what was happening, but you could tell by the dialogue. It seemed like Apollo... he wanted to stay in the courtroom and finish it up. But somehow Juniper came in. And maybe he went off and tried to protect her or something? I'm not sure. Man, it's so good to be doing this again. Like, I haven't recorded since Con Bravo here. Or, well, 2 weeks before Con Bravo, so... Anyway... In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. Boom. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. And it killed my best friend Apollo. Mentally. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. So I thought he was wearing the eye patch because of the bomb, but did he get the eye patch from something else? I don't know. Okay, anyway. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered, oh god, as the courtroom bomber. Shit, man. Don't finger her. She's too pure. Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. And I pointed my finger like I always do when I basically made mincemeat of that asshat. We managed to clear Miss Wood's name. There was that whole thing with him writing her name, and jeez, man. Well, yeah, I guess he was wearing the eye patch here, you know, and this would have been... Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Mr. Detonate. Ugh. Well, it's good to be home. Right, anything agency. Apollo is a tough guy, but this has taken its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Detonate like that on top of all his other injuries. Jeez, man, somebody trying to kill this... Apollo was resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. Oh boy. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. Well, better than a hospice. Trucy, how's it going? You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease? Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and he'll be back before you know it. It's not that. You know, I've just been thinking. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. I don't think I've ever seen her look so down, jeez. We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating. Everybody's sad. Alright, enough of this, people! What's going on? This is no time to be moping around. Now dry those eyes, both of you! I wasn't crying! You're the only one who's crying, Athena. Technicalities! Look, we have work to do. We have to take over. We have to take in. Take in what exactly? Apollo Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. Yeah, that's true. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. Sorry, I got kind of a sore on my mouth. It's messing with my talking right now. We have to avenge our fallen comrade, right, Daddy? Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. That doesn't matter. We're gonna get him anyway. Avenge his ass. Now with that settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. Wait, right now? We better not be running the whole way. There she goes. Better go catch up. Can you take her to the office, Trucy? Sure thing, Daddy. I'll make sure no bugs get inside. Or roaches under the kitchen counter. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties. God damn it! Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. Yeah, I guess so. Can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm. Oh, she's back! Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag, my legs. Sounds more like you forgot everything. Nice. Alright, you two, let's be careful out there. Hurry up and leave. I want to get that cucka feeling on. I want to fill up my magic panties, and I can't do that with you around. Well, detention center. So our client is one Solomon Finkel, an Einhorn Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him. Even I've heard of him, like he's so out of touch. That's right, he's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. Duh, we know that. But thank you for refreshing me on this, because it's been like 17 days. You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. That's right, so Phoenix hasn't met the dude yet. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix, right? Apollo's mentor, right? Yeah, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Well, don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Right and I've got you covered. What? I didn't mean to click that. Oh, and you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere? Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so. I guess so. My mistake. What is that? He knows... Does he know her? Oh boy. Is that going to end up being important, or is it going to be like with Wesley Stickler, how Trucy knew him, had seen him before, and it turned out to be like a clue that he was at her show, and that's how he found out about the panties and all that stuff. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft. Yikes, he's seriously gotta stop depressing himself. No problem, don't worry. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we'd shine, like shooting stars, right? Stars. Like shooting stars, huh? Yo, you're right, why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? Shine like stars? Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. So what, man? Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1... To the stratosphere and beyond! Yeah, I feel a lot now. You go ahead and ask me anything you want. Is that really all it takes? Okay then. The case. The toilet.
The toilet.
Let's hear about it. So you have no memory at all of the incident. That's right. We had this whole thing with him carrying his partner out, and they were saying, oh, but no, he was carrying his dead body. And we said, well, why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just leave it in the rocket? My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula. Look at this, I'm depressed again. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Yeah, he was probably drugged or something? Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? You got it all wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna go do something. Hang on a second. Okay, so you got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear. Well, you didn't, but it is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know? Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle? That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. But the tranquilizers were found in your system. Yeah, well, sometimes I'm a horse. Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you. Thank you, that's what I'm thinking. Exactly, that's what I thought. They must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. While you were sleeping. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say. Sometimes the way this guy talks, I get the feeling that, like, it's not really him. And I know that sounds so dumb, but, like, he's like, oh, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. Almost like he's looking for a convenient excuse to... I don't know. There's something off about it. I don't know what it is, though. I can't put my finger on it. I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on... And maybe it's nothing. I don't know, but... they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. Is that a euphemism? It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like about the murder weapon, for example. Why does it look like it has a Triforce on it? That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. Game Maker's toolkit. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Okay, utility knife updated in the court record. It has the victim's blood on it from a set of utility tools used by Space Center techs. Gotcha. The Hat 1 miracle. Ooh. Anytime you talk about the past in this game, it's always a bad thing, but... As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was. Pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer. Really? Yeah, a little bit. Jeez, I mean, Sandra Bullock had a better chance in gravity than you did. But of course, she made it too, so go figure. Spoilers. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on and on forever, and ever, and ever, without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. Okay, Final Fantasy VIII has a scene similar to this, and I remember it kind of terrifying me a little bit. If this is what I think it is. All alone with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, that was, I would say, mercifully concise. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Outer space. Ooh. With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission? What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off Earth's gravity and escape velocity and spin around weightless. But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? Oh yeah, I was. I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere. The cosmic truth, huh? Are there going to be aliens in this game? I don't know. I doubt it, but I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. Oh, so back on Earth, the victim here. The victim, Clay Terran, he was kind of a cutie, wasn't he? He was like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and the protege. Always two there are. But which one did we kill, the master or the apprentice? Ha! Finkel and Einhorn, with his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now, he's dead. Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Ugh. Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I hear him shout, "You're fine," I always get the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine. You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine and you're fine all the time, too. And I always feel encouraged, too, whenever I hear him shout it. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot, ever since they were high school kids. One day out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine," over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh? Wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Finkel and I. Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist. Finkel and Einhorn. Stop saying Finkel and Einhorn, oh my god. It's me who's saying it. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. Don't talk like that, you're not going to jail, please. You're fine. Solomon Saul Starbuck is fine. Everything is gonna be alright. Huh. And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too. Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you! Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir! We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence, and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believed in you too. I'm with you too. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict. It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. Doesn't it, though? Okay, Mr. Wright. What's up? Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto! Good idea. Let's go. Whew! Well, did that count as part of the investigation? Because I gotta tell you, that took a while. Anyway, I guess we're done talking to you. Should I, like, present my badge? Might as well. So what do you think about this? Finkel and Einhorn. The evidence is gonna get me convicted. That badge is gonna get me convicted. No, no, it's my attorney's badge! I was hoping it would reassure you that we're here to defend you. Evidence isn't just for the prosecution, it can help prove a person's innocence too. Ha ha ha, that's a positive spin on things. I thought that was common knowledge. Well, I guess not. Clay carried me out and saved me. But after all that, to be killed with this blade... Oh, and the fact that the killer might be me. Oh, Finkel and Einhorns. Jeez, Phoenix. Now he's got you sighing, boss. Poor dolt. Oh well. Well, guess we better move here. Wait, we got a new place here. Yeah, look at this. Entrance. Oh wow, this looks so cool. This is so goddamn cool. Looking like it's your picture taken, like, with the astronaut thing over there. Wow, I was wondering what kind of place this space center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. You're telling me. Yeah, did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. Gyaxa, huh? That's gonna be hard to say if we have to keep saying it like 100 times. You know, like Cold Killer X. Ugh. Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, but why this strange acronym? I mean, what is GIA supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA, or even Gaia. I guess so. Oh, I know! Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anyway, this place is more than just a research. I think that was a reference to something and I totally missed it there. Anyway. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race! Oh, is that the detective? Oh my goodness. Holy God! Oh my God, he comes rolling in on us. They see me rolling, my Segway. And oh well, it's obvious I'm old and nerdy. Think I'm just too old and nerdy. Look upon me and look well now. Behold the great power of space science. Pardon me, but you are... My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. Oh, here we go, okay. I'm the director of the Cosmos Space Center. The center of the cosmos. Boss? That was pretty groan-inducing. If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Oh, so you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? That's right. It was him and then that other chick, the one who died in this bomb explosion. Yep. Space Center Director Yuri Cosmos. And Detective Candace Arm, who has the weirdest looking hair I've ever seen. That is correct. Oh, I like this sprite. You don't usually see him looking back, like at an angle like that. It's like a Danganronpa sprite or something. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. Really? But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police? You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We're here to investigate this case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. Yeah, no funny business. Oh, I see. This is great music, by the way. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead, have at it! Just picking that mustache, man, let me tell you. I can already tell he's gonna be nothing but trouble. Well, they wouldn't do this 2 times in a row, right? Because I'm getting a little bit of like, oh, he might be the killer, but I don't think so. Not after just doing that with Professor Means being the killer. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. You find out what true pain and fear really mean. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? Yeah, let's get our timeline straight here, okay, Mr. Yuri Cosmos. So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going. For the sake of mankind. I believe I used the word specifically in my question. Wait a minute, let me just pull my cell phone off my crotch here. Attention all personnel, to your break stations, prepare for break! Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That is exactly right. Because I am an important man. My manner is important. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important, specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead, have at it. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. Yeah? Well, when the other guy was talking about all that stuff messing up, you know what's weird? Is the first thing that came to my mind was pod racing from episode 1. You know, when Anakin ran into all those problems, but it was because Sebulba pulled the thing off, or whatever it was. Like, it makes me think that for that many things to go wrong, somebody had to have set it up to go wrong, and he just got lucky getting back. I don't know, but... Alright. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. Not a lot of what's lately, I noticed, though. That one just now was in the dialogue. So. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Man. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about things he might be willing to open up about. Try. So about Hat 1. You weren't the one, you weren't Sebulba, right? The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home. I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well, I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Here it goes. Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit. Wow, oh man. From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. The Hope probe? From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred. Correct. And I think I just did the wrong voice for somebody there. And it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. Really? So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? What did they find out? They must have found out something. That has to be why the killing happened. The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. I bet he had time to look at them. Like, what if he found out maybe that there were eggs there or something? Something that was alive and he didn't want people to get a hold of it. He was trying to protect it or something. I mean, that's a little crazy, you know, I know. It's probably not like that, but... But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years. It's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential. A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon rock lives on in the work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos. Dude, you're crazy, but you're kind of cool though too, so, I mean, take your pick. I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. What? Bite your tongue! It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. Blah. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it! I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the by, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up, for the case. Is that so? Okay, well, keep that in mind. Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and they see me rolling. My Segway. I'm going to the Space Center to do some research. Go to do some research. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too. You bet. Let's make it so. Okay, well, I don't know what to do. Oh, birds chirping. Athena Sykes is fine. Huh? What was that all about? I thought I'd better get fired up twice as much to make up for Apollo being gone. For starters, I thought I'd imitate him. So you were doing a voice workout, huh? Yep. You have to push your voice up from the pit of your stomach. Hold it! There's a contradiction in the witness's statement. You're really serious about this. Objection! You were lying! The true culprit is the judge! What? Who's gonna hand down the verdict? Oh, I didn't think of that. Well, so what do you think we should do next? Oh, that's right. What is it, Athena? I just remembered I forgot to go running today. I was so taken up with what happened to Apollo, it slipped my mind. Yeah, that wasn't what I was asking. Uh-oh, boarding lounge. Oh, boy. Like going into the heat of it here, the territory. What is that? Oh my god, is that like one of those chairs? Is that a dragon? Wow, there's a lot to look at here.